Project Seraphim, the ship built from alien technology. For decades, NASA has been seen as the pinnacle of human innovation, our gateway to the stars. But behind the public launches, televised missions, and smiling astronauts, there are whispers of a project so secret it makes even the Apollo archives seem ordinary. Hidden deep within classified research divisions and black-budget facilities lies the legend of Project Seraphim, a spacecraft allegedly built using alien technology recovered from crash sites that never made the news. The discovery that started it all. In 1986, a small object crashed in the Nevada desert during a satellite tracking experiment. Officially, it was dismissed as space debris from a failed Soviet probe. But declassified air traffic logs tell another story. Within hours, NASA security personnel, Air Force units, and unmarked black trucks sealed the area. The object was flown under extreme secrecy to a facility at Edwards Air Force Base, where reports claim it was examined by a joint NASA-Pentagon research team. Witnesses later described it as a metallic craft that hummed with energy, perfectly smooth, no bolts, no seams. The strange material defied all attempts at cutting or melting. When an electromagnetic pulse was applied, the object emitted a faint blue glow and levitated slightly above its platform. That was when the whispers began. NASA had found something not of this Earth. The object was allegedly moved to Hangar 19, a structure within the restricted zone of the base, and from there the seeds of Project Seraphim were planted. Birth of Project Seraphim. In 1989, NASA's internal funding records show an unusual allocation labeled High Energy Propulsion Development Initiative, HEPD, an innocuous title hiding a budget of $2.3 billion. No public project ever matched that description. Former contractors later claimed that HEPD was a cover for Seraphim, a joint NASA-DoD venture aimed at reverse engineering non-terrestrial propulsion systems. The project's goal was simple in theory but staggering in ambition: to build a spacecraft that could bend gravity itself. Scientists studying the recovered craft found that its propulsion didn't rely on fuel or thrust. Instead, it seemed to manipulate space-time around it, reducing its mass and creating instantaneous movement within short distances, what some would call anti-gravity. The team's lead physicist, Dr. Alan Kessler, who mysteriously vanished in 1994, once described it in a leaked transcript. It's like teaching space to forget an object exists in one point and remember it in another. Experiments in the shadows. Throughout the 1990s, small-scale tests were reportedly conducted at NASA's Plum Brook Station in Ohio and the White Sands Testing Range in New Mexico. Witnesses reported seeing triangular lights, performing impossible maneuvers, turning at right angles mid-air, accelerating silently, and disappearing without a sonic boom. A former Lockheed engineer claimed Seraphim's prototype, nicknamed Ethereal 1, was powered by a zero-point energy core derived from quantum field manipulation, technology far beyond known science. It was said to run indefinitely, drawing energy directly from the fabric of spacetime. By 1997, the team had built a full-scale ship, Seraphim Alpha, described as 120 feet long, silent, and capable of ascending vertically without visible exhaust. Test pilots reportedly called it riding a light wave. But every breakthrough came with consequences. The intense energy fields warped nearby instruments and even affected brainwaves. Some technicians developed severe disorientation, insomnia, and unexplained radiation burns despite strict safety protocols. NASA officially denied everything. The incident over the Pacific. On May 14, 1998, radar operators aboard a Navy vessel detected an unidentified object moving from California's coast toward the Pacific at speeds exceeding 50,000 miles per hour, far faster than any known aircraft. NORAD scrambled jets, but the object vanished above the ocean, leaving behind a shimmering distortion that interfered with communications for nearly an hour. The event matched the exact coordinates of a scheduled aerospace experiment listed in NASA's internal testing calendar for that same date. 2 weeks later, a classified memo circulated among senior defense officials under the subject: Seraphim flight test compromised. Recommend termination. After that, the name Project Seraphim disappeared from all records. Where did it go? Many believe Seraphim was never shut down, only moved. Former insiders suggest the program was relocated under the U.S. Space Force umbrella in 2019, hidden among the new wave of classified aerospace research. Others point to NASA's Artemis program as a possible continuation, with rumors that one of the lunar transport prototypes secretly integrates Seraphim propulsion tech. A whistleblower from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory claimed that some of the energy systems on upcoming spacecraft aren't entirely human-designed. When questioned, NASA's spokesperson dismissed these allegations as science fiction. Yet, strangely, NASA filed patents in 2016 for plasma compression fusion drives and inertial mass reduction devices, technologies eerily similar to what Seraphim researchers had supposedly pursued decades earlier. Coincidence or quiet disclosure? Theoretical possibilities. If Seraphim truly harnessed alien physics, it might explain many recent space anomalies. Unexplained energy readings from lunar orbits, unidentified fast-moving lights near Earth's upper atmosphere, and classified test objects occasionally captured by amateurish disclosure. Physicist Dr. Harold Timmons speculated in 2007, if NASA ever achieved functional gravity control, it would make rockets obsolete. They'd never admit it. They'd just stop using chemical propulsion altogether. Interestingly, NASA's next-generation crafts, like the X-59 and Dream Chaser, all show radical changes in design philosophy: lightweight materials, silent flight, and unconventional shapes. Could these be subtle steps toward integrating Seraphim's hidden tech, what the public wasn't meant to know? Declassified budget analyses reveal a missing $12.8 billion in NASA's 2000 to 2006 expenditures, unaccounted for even by the agency's auditors. A Freedom of Information Act request in 2011 returned heavily redacted pages, except for a single phrase: Energy Redistribution Field Experiments Project Seraphim. It's as if someone wanted us to see the name, just enough to make us wonder. Meanwhile, private contractors like Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works division and Boeing's Phantom Works have both made cryptic references to breakthrough energy platforms. Ben Rich, former head of Skunk Works, famously said in 1993, "We already have the technology to take ET home, but it would take an act of God to release it to the public." Was he referring to Seraphim? Today, Project Seraphim exists only in fragments, redacted memos, second-hand accounts, and the testimonies of those who claim to have worked in the dark corners of NASA's most guarded labs. But one truth endures. Somewhere, in a hangar far from public eyes, humanity may have already built its first alien-inspired ship. But if the legends are true, the Seraphim represents more than just hidden technology. It's a symbol of what happens when humanity looks into the universe, and the universe looks back, offering a piece of itself. And NASA, the silent guardian of our cosmic ambitions, might already be using gift to reach for the stars in ways we can barely imagine.